I want to thank the Shore Club for hosting us tonight, and we do hope everyone is enjoying everything. Before we go any further, we do have a dignitary table, of course you all know, and we were very pleasantly surprised to have Senator Testa join us this evening. So thank you, Senator, for being here. We don't want to interrupt his dinner. He's here to enjoy, but we just had to thank you for coming. Also, we would like to thank all our sponsors. 13 they say is an unlucky number. Well, tonight it's our lucky number. We had 13 sponsors this evening, and they're on your program. So we want to thank each and every one of you for supporting us. Yes, please. Just a little bit of information regarding our awards tonight. Of course you know that because of the little virus that took us over last year, we could not do very much for award winners. So some of the awards this evening are actually from 2020. And two of our award winners couldn't make it from 2020. Uncle Bill's Pancake House could not make it this evening, but they are 31 years old this year. They were 30 years last year. The Flying Fish Studio was also 30 years last year. The longevity in Lower Township is just amazing. And if you surf Facebook and the networks long enough, you find all these things out. So it really was a shocker to see how much our businesses fight to stay alive in Lower Township, and we congratulate them all. Last year, we wanted to give a couple of awards for renovations on Bayshore Road. I don't know if you look at our Facebook. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, maybe you should. The 1200 block of Bayshore Road has been dressed up in the past year or so to the point of we have a beautiful 1200 block, and it's all because of Majeski Plumbing. If you will come forward, please. Geis's Market. And a little place right across the street from our little tiny office that we have watched every day since it was purchased, I believe, almost a year ago. And when we say to people, they'll say, well, where are you? Well, I don't tell them where we are at 1228. I just say, do you know where Wing It is? Oh, we all know where Wing It is. Wing It, come on down. Christine is the brand new owner of Wing It, she and her husband, and they've done a fantastic job. Sit there every day and watch them put on a new roof and all kinds of things they've done. And so we welcome them to the neighborhood. And of course we all know Geis's, how much Tony has done. Majeski Plumbing took a whole corner, and the landscaping and the renovation to the building, it was just fantastic to watch. So we congratulate all of you, and we thank you very much for loving Lower Township. In case you haven't noticed, between the flowers and the napkins and the pretzels on your table, we're just a little bit patriotic this year. And the reason we did that is because we started off early in the year, well, actually the end of last year. And thanks to 100 of our members and our residents, we sold 100 of our signs. They're all over Lower Township. Of course, one side is supporting our veterans. The other side is for our police, our firefighters, and our medical professionals. We have 10 more, if anybody's interested. And of course, doing that and raising that kind of money brought our banners to Bayshore Road. Anybody haven't seen the banners? They're pretty cool, and they're patriotic. And for the first time, we have room enough to hang 38 of our banners. Thanks to all of you, for the first time, we sold 34 business banners. So your names, 34 of your business names are flying on Bayshore Road. And we thank you very much. Now, of course, this is all leading up to the next award. Barb, it's all yours.
At this time, I would like to have David Douglas come up for the Lower Township Public Works for all their help on putting the flags up and down for us a couple times a year. Really do appreciate it.
Gary, we can't thank you enough for all your department does for us. It's a job, we know it's a job, but it makes our Bayshore Road look so beautiful. And you're ahead of that, so we thank you for all your troubles. Thank you. Please, a big hand for Gary. And of course, we invited our hospital to come for the Claire D. Rodesser Surgical Center. Unfortunately, as we all know, the hospital is kind of closed off. So they could not attend this evening, but we will get them. We still have a couple of lunches coming up, so hopefully someone can come to receive their award. But it's a beautiful building. Have not had to go there yet, but it's a beautiful building and a great addition to our hospital. Our next award was supposed to be a surprise for one of our business people in Lower Township who keeps a low profile, and unfortunately he couldn't make it this evening, but the Eat Well and Drew Ganley have done so much during this terrible time that we've been through. And he does it very quietly, but I found out. And I have a way of doing that, and I just couldn't get over how much he does for our children. And children are our future. He was giving away free meals to our children that couldn't go to school, and some of them depend on going to school to get a meal. And I found out that that gentleman, it wasn't tremendous, but tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich sometimes is all they get in a day. So we will make sure that Drew gets this award, but please give him a hand and hopefully he'll hear it wherever he is. And now, on to our milestones. It's amazing, it's just amazing. And it's in your program, of course you've seen it already probably. The Villas Fire Company, and I only found this out by driving by with their little sign flashing across, and I drove and I thought, what did that say? 90 years? Are you kidding? And nobody told us. Well, tonight, the award goes to the Villas Fire Company for 90 years of service to our community. Now, next to the 90 years for the Villas Fire Company, and if you will just stand there for one moment, I would like Town Bank Fire to join you, who celebrated 75 years last year. So really, they're a year older, but that's okay. 75 years for our Town Bank Fire Company. Lou Conway, thank you. I would certainly love to do that, Luke Conley. See, he keeps me on my toes. Dave Perry, he is a lifetime member of Town Bank. please come up. Who is our deputy mayor, of course. Now, gentlemen, one more time. Just stand one more time. I love putting you on the spot. This is fun. So, of course, then we found out, floating through Facebook, all of a sudden, the emblem of our Lower Township Police Department showed up. What? 65 years? 65 years? Yeah. Chief Prioli, will you come forward, please? Hence, this is why the signs were made. All over the country, we need to honor our police and our fire. They do so much for us all the time, and whenever we're needed. There was a terrible fire on St. John's not too long ago. You probably know if you live in Lower. And the family was completely put out, and they fought that fire. We watched them go by. And I thought, wow. They got everybody out safe. Everything went well. At least they're safe. Their house wasn't, but they are. Gentlemen, we thank you for everything you do for us all year round. And we're very proud to have you here. Thank you so much. I promised the chief I wouldn't make him say anything. Moving right along. Now we're to 75 years. Can you imagine? And I'm showing my age because I remember when this company was on Pacific Avenue in Wildwood. And I trotted along with my father to see Mr. Byrne to buy insurance for the house we had just purchased. 75 years young. The J. Byrne Agency. Please come forward. Casey couldn't be here this evening, but Kelly, you'll accept with honors. Thank you so very much. J. Byrne Agency, 75 years young. Unfortunately, next in line is Uch's Marina, but they couldn't make it this evening. I think they're kind of shy. But Ernie's a great guy, and his brother, and we wish them well for another 70 years. And please give them a big hand, and maybe they'll just hear it anyway. The next award, again, I found out by accident, but they have been so good to our chamber. They have supported our chamber. I believe they've taken a full-page ad every year in our directory, in our community guide, and in floating along and looking at things, all of a sudden popped up Oliver Polar Bear. And I looked and I thought, my goodness, 50 years. Gentlemen, 50 years. Please come forward. We thank you for your support. Congratulations on 50 years. Next in line, Holly Shores Campground. Now, camping resort, we should set things. They're 50 years, but 50 years plus. Found out by accident. 1960s is correct. We thank you. Well, we thank you for being a member. We thank you for being here, and please enjoy your award. Next would have been Farrell Realty. Now, we're talking 3 generations. And guess where she is? In Florida. I said, Joanne, come on, 50 years, 3 generations. I said, so you have to promise me you're going to come to the next luncheon, and she will, I'm sure. But yes, 3 generations of Farrell Realty. Big hand, please. And I'm sure all of you have been in this little shop on Beachshore Road with all the pretty flowers on the sign and the shells, and a young girl who gave up a sports car for a van for her mom and dad to open her flower shop 40 years ago. Now, I don't know how that happened because she only looks 20. The most beautiful flowers, the most beautiful arrangements, and you can see what she does for us everywhere, every year. This whole table was done by Barb. These were put together by Barb. Barb does it all. If you haven't been there, you've got to go. There's everything, jewelry, clothes, beautiful. I'll tell you what, our commissioner bought something at her grand opening. How about that, Marie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah. There we go. We had a beautiful grand opening. But not only that, Barbara has, well, when Bob Conroy started up this chamber again in 1994, Barb was right there. And Barb hasn't left. She worked her way up. She was president. Now she's our immediate past president, and she doesn't quit. And I am very proud to present her with the 40-year award that she so well deserves. If there ever was a business person in Lower Township, it's Barbara Frame. We love her. Okay, then we have another young lady who's celebrating 40 years. And I know everyone in this room knows our Annie from historic Cold Spring Village. Faithful, faithful supporter of our chamber for many, many years. Annie, we can't thank you enough for all you do for our community.
I don't know if you all know this, but in 1994, when Bob Conroy started up the chamber, he approached Linda and my husband, Dr. Salvatore, and said, would you please come back and reinvigorate the chamber and get it started? So Linda is the one that restarted it up again. So everybody needs to know that.
I wish Joe could have been here this evening, but Annie, give him our best, please. Thank you. Because next in line is our Naval Air Station Wildwood, who is 25 years. How did I know? How do I know any of this? My fingers do the walking and the scrolling and the searching, and it's fun to find all these things out. So the Naval Air Station, 25 years. And he is most welcome. Thank you, Annie. All the doctors at Cape Veterinary Hospital are busy helping our little fur babies tonight, so they couldn't make it. But we'll make sure they get their award for their 20 years. They save our fur babies every day, and we're very happy for their support to the chamber. And now, another board member who raised her hand and said, I'm going to be 20 years, I'm going to be 20 years. Well, Steffi, come on up. Stephanie Devlin from Group Destinations. If you haven't traveled with her, give her a call. She's always got something going on. Thanks so much, Steph. And now to the babies of the crowd. But they're very proud babies, aren't you, Cindy? Everybody familiar with a piece of cake? 10 10 years strong, Cindy Bone. Beautiful, beautiful cupcakes. Beautiful, beautiful cakes. We're very proud to have her as a member. And the last on our milestones, Cape May Brewing. Where are you? Cape May Brewing has to be here. Absolutely. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for supporting our chamber. Congratulations on your 10 years. That's right. And so, that's the end of our milestones for this year. Can we have a great big applause for everyone? So now we move on to our honors. The people in our honors. The people who fought and saved to keep us free. Our first, the VFW 5343. Is this a cool award or what? This is so cool. And if you will stand there, sir, please, because we want to bring up your partners. For the CVAC, and Johnny, are you going to accept this one? For CVAC? Johnny's just not feeling his greatest tonight, but he came anyway. That's right. Yes. Mary? Next is the AMVETS Post 82. Bud Letner? And then Bud and Mary both are from the Veterans and Patriots of Cape May Thrift Store. If you haven't been there, what an adorable store. They have so many great things in that store. And you would be helping our vets. It's right in North Cape May, right near the DAV. Stop in and see these lovely people who have worked so hard. And along with them, of course, now our sign, you know, we've done the police, we've done the fire, but what would we do without our responders? In Spira, we have the honor of having, I believe, 3 people from Spira this evening. Jessica, they're making you accept the award. This lovely lady and I met when they came to join us. Of course, you know, our rescue squad was gone, but Inspira stepped in. And fortunately or unfortunately, we do see them driving by all the time, so we know they're here to save everyone when they can and to help us out. So we congratulate all of you. We thank you with our hearts for all you have done to keep us free in this country. Now, along with these lovely people, we have the United States Coast Guard Training Center Commander, Brad Conway. We didn't know who was coming. Mike Couch worked so very hard to bring someone here this evening because We couldn't leave out our Coast Guard. They do so much for us all the time, and we're proud to have you in Cape May. And thank you so much, sir, for helping us this evening. Now I have a couple more that aren't expecting this tonight. I hope you'll stay. Again, you know, you surf and you read and you hear, who's coming to the dinner? Well, you know, we always invite the commissioners. So who's coming, Lisa? Well, Jeff's coming. Okay. Well, you know, Jeff is not Jeff Pearson, commissioner. He is our Brigadier General of 42 years. Jeff? A very proud Brigadier General, I might say. And then, of course, our Mayor Sybil is not just our Mayor Sybil. And this is a tongue twister when I found this out. U.S. Army Command Sergeant Major Frank Sybil. Now, last Friday, I got a call from Lisa Bodges at the Commissioners. Linda, guess who's coming? Who? Marie Hayes is going to come. I said, well, where has she been? Of course she's got to come. Well, then, of course, you know her history. Prosecutor's office, lieutenant, retiring as captain of the police, scared to be in the same room. So I said, Lisa, what are we going to do? We call Brown Jewelers, and Nicole's right on the spot. We got you. I did. Everybody loves Marie. Anyway, and I'm saying Brown Jewelers. All of these awards, and there were 32 of them altogether. And Mike Brown has a fantastic lady in there who does all these awards. And I dropped them on her and I thought, oh boy, she came through as a trooper, Mike. Thank you so much. They're beautiful awards. Thank you for being a member and supporting us for many years. I'm always so proud to give out these awards because they're right on. And I just love these. Just love them. I think we have reached the end. No more surprises. Yes, please. Now, oh, thank you. My goodness. And of course, I didn't know until the very last second when he walked in the door that our Senator Tester was going to be here. But we welcome you, and we're very proud to have you here this evening. Yes, no?
You really wondered whether a politician would want to grab the microphone? I have to tell you, you know, what's so great about New Jerseyans, especially South Jerseyans, is that we're strong. Look at how we're back together. COVID-19 couldn't beat us. And it just goes to show you how strong the Lower Township Chamber of Commerce is. You couldn't meet last year, but look at this room. Look at the energy in this room. People are thankful to be here together, breaking bread together. And myself, Assemblyman Simonson and Assemblyman McClellan always say that when you break bread together, you're family. We don't always get along, and sometimes you have that crazy uncle or aunt, right? I wasn't talking about you, Marie, even though I was looking at you. Marie took that personally for like a second. But we always, at the end of the day, we realize that we're family members. And you look at this Chamber of Commerce, and I can tell that this is truly a family. Look at who you're honoring this evening. It's just really incredible to me, and the amount of businesses that have been here for so long. And look, I'm a Cumberland County guy. Cape May County is sort of my second home. Certainly Eric Simonson, the Assemblyman, who's a former mayor of this great township, has told me a lot about Lower Township, and I learned a lot from Mayor Sipple. Thank you. But you realize just what great people you're amongst all of the time when you see these great honorees this evening. And my hat just goes off to you. It's so good to be back in person. I'm tired of Zoom meetings, I gotta tell you. I had about 7 today, and I'm sick of them. I'm over Zoom. Everybody's on their phones, they're really not paying attention. This is the way it's done. This is the way communities run. This is the way communities are built. This is the way communities last. It's great being amongst all of you. Thank you for having me as your guest. I was not exactly sure that I was going to be here this evening. It's great to be here. It's great to be among such great people who believe in community. And I think that's something that we all really need to get back to. In Cape May County, Cumberland County, and the sliver of Atlantic County that I represent, I have to tell you, we get it. South Jersey's different. We understand community. We know our neighbors. We support each other's businesses. We support each other. We actually care about each other. I hear some folks who haven't seen each other in a while, folks I haven't seen in a while, asking me, "How are you, Michael?" And they actually mean it. And I know that everybody in this room really means it, and they're happy to be together. It's just a wonderful feeling. We should continue that. We live in a phenomenal, special place, and it's through great organizations like this Chamber of Commerce, which was restarted in 1994, that we are going to continue to survive and thrive. So God bless each and every one of you, and God bless this great state. Thank you so much.
And he said the operative word. I don't know how many of you really do check out our Facebook, but we've been so honored in the past year and a half, despite that COVID. We gained 100 new members during that year. And if you look at our Facebook, he said the operative word, and it's family. When we put a new member up, what do we say? Please welcome to our chamber family. We really do. Because that's how we feel. Because without you, we have no chamber. I don't know how many people really realize that you are the chamber. Without you, it's your dues that keep us going. It's your support that keeps us going. So we are, Senator. We are the Lower Township Chamber family. So thank you. Thank you.